Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, my name is Anvita. I love to read books, I love to talk about books, I love to buy books, and besides other things. Today's video is going to be kind of interesting. I feel like I say that every single time, but this one I think I actually haven't done before. So yeah. Yeah, so today's video is going to be inspired by October, by Halloween kind of, and yeah, basically spooky vibes kind of. So when I think of spooky vibes, when I think of Halloween, when I think of October, I think about mystery and thrillers. So in honor of it being October, I think today is the 15th, so we're halfway through October and I haven't read a single mystery thriller yet, which I'm going to change very soon. But before that, I kind of wanted to talk about all the books that I have read in the mystery thriller genre. So just to give you guys a brief about how I got into reading mystery thrillers, I actually started, I think it's been 2 years now, and I started in 2022. That's when I read my first mystery thriller, and it very much changed my life. I think it was either beginning of 2022 or it was end of 2021, and I'm also not completely sure which book was the first one. Hold on, let me confirm. Because I know I read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder in March 2021 or February, because that's when I posted those reading vlogs. But I don't know if that was the first one or if it was Silent Patient. Let's see, when did I read Silent Patient? Yep. Okay, so Silent Patient was first. I read that in October 2021, so 3 years ago. That's actually crazy because I can vividly remember where I was, what I was doing, and even how I reacted to the ending. So yeah, anyways, I read The Silent Patient because it was so popular and because some of my friends had recommended it, and it very much obviously if you don't know, if you haven't seen my other videos, you don't know this, but I get scared very easily. I'm a scaredy cat. And so, and literally to the point, I haven't seen anything horror or even close to horror since I was 15 maybe. And I don't know, do people count Parasite as horror? It scared me. So I would say besides that, I haven't seen anything since 2015. Yeah, anyways, this is going off tangent. So I started with The Silent Patient and the ending was so good. I obviously could not sleep for weeks after that, but the feeling I got when I read the reveal or the plot twist, I guess, that stuck with me. And so since then I've been picking up mystery thriller books pretty often just because I want to feel that feeling again. And a lot of books have given me the same feelings, same or even more since The Silent Patient. And I have a bunch of the physical copies of the books in the mystery thriller genre that I've read that I've loved. So I wanted to quickly just go through all the books in the mystery thriller genre that I own, that I've read and loved. So you guys have some recommendations for books that, if you're kind of like me 3 years ago, starting out in the mystery thriller genre, don't know what to pick, or if you have picked a lot and you love the genre but you want to know more books in the genre that you might want to read. I mean, a lot of these are pretty popular ones because I'm still kind of in the newbie section. I still haven't read The Housemaid and all of that, which I am also planning on changing very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. I might do a reading vlog for Freedom McFadden's books, hopefully soon. Let's see. Yeah, anyways, let's get started. I'm gonna talk about all the books in the mystery thriller genre that I own, that I've read. Ooh. Let's see. Can I even sit with them? Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. Okay. Yeah. Wow, my arm hurts. Okay. Let's get started with all the books in the mystery thriller genre that I own and have read. Okay. Okay, first up we have the YA section. These are all the books in the young adult section that are mystery thriller and, you know, just fun. Okay, I just realized while looking at this book, but A Good Girl's Guide to Murder was not the second book either. There was another book that I read in December 2021. I literally, again, even with this, I clearly remember where I was, what I was doing, and even the fact that I was on a trip and I was like, no, I'm sorry, I cannot participate. I need to be in my room reading this. So, anyways, I feel like if you are starting out in the mystery genre, you should read this if you're starting out, but also I feel like this is a very popular one, so you probably already know this one, but The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Yeah, this one is very interesting because the readers are so divided. There's two guys in it, two love interests in it, and it's very divided who is on which side. Usually there's always one person who people are more inclined for the female main character to be with, but in this it's there's Team Jameson and then there's Team Grayson, and yeah, it's kind of very 50-50. Yeah, anyways, the original series has 3 books, and then it branches out and has Brothers Hawthorne, which has life after the main mystery kind of, and then yeah, I haven't read that yet because one of the main love interests is not particularly I don't like him, so I don't want to read about him, but half the book is about him, so I haven't read that. But I've read the main 3 books in the series and it is so good and such a quick bingeable fast read. I read this one in a day and it's just so good. I highly recommend it. So yeah, it also kind of has a Wattpad-y vibe to it. If you were in the Wattpad era, or if you are in it right now, I don't know how Wattpad is right now, but if you were in it in the early 2010s, then this is very much gonna give you that kind of vibe. It has this girl who is poor, and then she somehow is she finds out that she's in this rich person's will, and that person just died and has left his entire assets, everything to her, and now she has to live in a house with his 4 grandsons and a bunch of other people, and figure out why this random person left everything to her. And yeah, basically crazy stuff. Yeah, $1 billion fortune to die for. This is also kind of Knives Out, except she wasn't caring for him, taking care of the old guy. She literally doesn't know him. So very good. Highly recommend. Okay, then as I been saying, and I've said it so many times, and like you can literally go check my reading vlogs for this, but A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I love this series. It is absolutely insane. I literally could not sleep for weeks after this. Like the third book. The third book, like I lost my mind. Yeah, like the midway point, you know, if you read it, you know what I'm talking about. But this book, it was insane. The first one I loved really, like I really loved it because I could not guess a lot of things. Like it was not predictable for me, and like a lot of the things in it, like I just kept getting shocked, and I was like, wow, I did not see this coming. And I'm someone who like usually does see things coming, and like I predict things very fast, so it was even more shocking because of that. So I loved this one. And then the third book is just like, you know, it's just crazy. It's the midpoint, and like how everything just changes is just insane. Yeah. Of course, Pip and Ravi, love them. I still, okay, again, I haven't seen the show and I don't plan on it, just because I've heard that it's not great from the people who have read the books, and I don't want to do that to my fave series. So yeah. Anyways, Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This has 3 books in the main trilogy, and then there's like a small prequel novella story that like shows how Pip decided to use or like solve Sal's case, or like solve Andy's case, yeah, for her project, for her senior project, I think. But yeah, it's been a while. I should probably read this again soon. It's been over 2 years now. Okay, next is another series, Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. The first 3 is one mystery. This is something I didn't know beforehand. So yeah, at least in these 2, it's like, oh wait, never mind. Okay, so this one is a continuous mystery for the first 3 books, and then this one it is kind of, but like it has a different mystery, like main point in each book. So you don't really, like it is connected obviously, but you don't have like there is something that is solved by the end of each book in this one. So yeah, but in this one, things are not solved, and like you literally just have to keep waiting for the next book to figure out what's going on. This has 5 books in the series so far, and it's gonna have more. The first 3 books in the series is talking about one mystery, one case kind of, and it's, yeah, set in her school, all that. And then the second, and then the 4th and the 5th book are each like different mysteries. So the 4th one is a standalone mystery where like her and her, you know, group of friends are hired to solve another cold case. And then the 5th book again is not a standalone. The next book is going to be talking about the same thing, same like case, but yeah, again another case, another cold case that she is going to solve for other people. But yeah, Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This one is interesting. I enjoyed like the boarding school aspect of it, and like I enjoyed, you know, some of the characters, like the friends and stuff, but I don't enjoy the romance in this. I don't think the love interest is a good love interest, especially after the end of book 5. Yeah, there is, yeah, the mystery aspect of it is good, which is why I recommend it. But if you're looking for some romance, kind of like, you know, the Pip Ravi situation and like the Grayson, Jameson, Avery thing, this is not gonna be satisfying. It's not a satisfying romance. Yeah, I love Stevie Bell though. I loved her friends and stuff, and I did really enjoy the boarding school aspect, and then the mystery also, just like the reveal at the end of book 3. Yeah, and the 4th book was also really good. I enjoyed that because I also didn't guess that. 5th book is where my problems started with this book, mainly because of the romance and how it was taking a lot of the precedent in the book, like a lot of space in the book when it wasn't even good romance. Yeah, but book 6, maybe there's time to redeem yourself. Yeah, let's see. But I would recommend this. Truly TVS Maureen Jones. Okay, next we have a very, very fun one. Ace of Spades, again set in high school. This one was insane. It scared me genuinely, and like the reveal, the twist, I guess, and just like the growing horror of realizing things was like insane. So good. Very well written. Again, private academy, dark things are happening, and from what I remember, I think they're the only 2 black kids in the school. Even if they're not the only black students, there's like very, very few or something. And then there's like I mainly only remember like the plot twist, or like the final reveal of like what is going on, like who's out to get them and stuff. And it was insane. It was so shocking, but like so well done. Like gave me like a little bit like Get Out vibes and stuff. So super fun. How can you play the game when the cards are stacked against you? Yeah, very good. Anyways, highly recommend this one. Yeah, there is another book out by this author, but I haven't read it yet, but I've heard that's a really good one too. So maybe soon. Okay, next is another Holly Jackson book. This one is called 5 Survive. I have the arc, so this is not the name of the book, but it's called 5 Survive. Let's see. Oh yeah, 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. This one was also really good. I also did not guess the final, like who was out to get them kind of, and like what the reasoning was and stuff, like that kind of stuff. So it was very interesting to read, and it was a very quick paced one, and made me scared as well. Like I could not sleep again after this. I think the dread and then the tension of this was like very elevated, and obviously since like there's a killer and like people were dying and like people were killing and like there was actual people dying, so that kind of like really escalated it for me, and I really enjoyed it. I also like how it was set in like a span of 8 hours, and like how it was set on a road trip, or like they were in the car, truck, bus or whatever that they were in. I don't remember a whole lot, but I do remember the general premise of it, and like the general like ending and the plot twist, I guess. So highly recommend it. 5 Survive. Okay, and lastly in the YA section, another Holly Jackson book, of course. The Reappearance of Rachel Bryce. If you want to know, if you've read this, go check out my vlog for it, because then it has spoilers. but this was insane, so freaking good. You can also check out my September wrap up if you want to know spoiler free thoughts on it. But yeah, very, very good. Just recently read it, binge read it in like 2 sittings, and yeah, this one did not scare me at all, and it's a standalone, and you know, the stakes are not as high, people aren't dying, kinda. So yeah, the stakes are not as high, but it did have some predictable moments. Like there were some things that I did guess, but there were a lot of things that I didn't guess, and there was like actual moments where I was like what? So yeah, highly recommend The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. Yeah, that's a good one. It's kind of set in like not documentary style, but like it has a documentary kind of going on in it, hence the clapboard. Yeah, super fun, highly recommend it. Okay, so that was all the YA mystery thriller books in this list. Okay, moving on, we have 2 books that are set in college. Not a lot of college mystery thrillers that I've read. So anyways, first one, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. This one was pretty good. The ending, like plot twist, like the main plot twist I didn't guess, and then the ending was like even like plot twist on plot twist, and like it was even like more, like it was crazy, like last page, and then I was like, what did I just read? Like what? Like yeah, kind of like that vibe. So yeah, very, very fun. You know, it has like these group of friends, six people, and they meet like during like welcome week kind of in college, and like become fast friends, and like, you know, form their group and stuff. And then basically about how like it's set in like past and present kind of, and so it has alternating timelines, and then the past is showing like how they became friends and like how they, you know, formed their group and like the group dynamics kind of. And then, you know, in the present you see that one of them had died or like was murdered in college, and like that's how like the group has like completely, they don't talk kind of. And so they meet up in the school reunion, and they didn't know that they were all gonna be there, and then suddenly, you know, things are coming up, and like you're like finding out these secrets that they had, you know, back then, and like who the murderer is, I guess. And then you basically find that out, and like the circumstances and the reasoning and everything. It was really good. Yeah, really, like, it's really good. It was really fast read. I think I read this in 1 or 2 sittings from what I remember. And yeah, just, yeah, a lot of secrets, a lot of like, you know, college dynamics, I guess, American college dynamics, which I went to college in the US, so it felt very, you know, authentic and realistic to that, I guess. So it's crazy to see or like read about that kind of stuff. Yeah, and like about like sororities and like rushing, and like how, you know, some people like it's their whole life kind of, and you know, getting the right bid, things like that. So very, very interesting. Yeah, highly recommend. Okay, next one, this is a famous one. I feel like if you've heard of like obscure kind of weird books that, you know, people talk about often, people probably often talk about this one when they say that. So Bunny by Mona Awad. This is also set in college. It talks about this like kind of secret group of bunnies, and they call each other Bunny, like hi Bunny, hey Bunny, what are you doing Bunny, etc. Like it's weird. And then this girl joins it kind of, and I don't know how to explain it. Like there's a reveal towards the end of this book that literally got me so good. Like as soon as I like felt it, it was already great, and then the twist happened, and then I was like, holy shit, this is insane. I'm never gonna forget this. Yeah, it was, I don't know how to frame it, but it's just something that's gonna stick with me forever. Like the visual of that plot twist is like stuck in my head, and if you've read this, then you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's just crazy. It's like I enjoyed the part, you know, of it being like an MFA program, and like how it's like a writing group kind of, and like a writing class, I guess, where like these rich girls formed that bunny group, I guess. And just, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And there's like a horror aspect to it kind of, but like, yeah, it's like there's like foreboding kind of, and like things seem wrong, but you don't know why they seem wrong. And yeah, it's just interesting. It's like less mystery, but there is a mystery aspect in it, which when revealed is like crazy to me. Yeah. So Bunny by Mona Awad. Okay, so these were the two college mystery thriller books. Next is all the adult books, but even that I've kind of divided up into two sections kind of, or three sections. So first is just, you know, cozy mysteries. I don't read a lot of cozy mysteries. I haven't like, I guess Agatha Christie's books, some of them are cozy mysteries just because I was not scared of them, scared even a single moment while reading those books. Again, also, I didn't bring up any of the Agatha Christie's books in this video, just because it's classic books. I feel like some people will enjoy them, some people will don't. I had a moment where, you know, if you've seen my earlier videos, like the first half of this year, I read one Agatha Christie book every month. But like I started off enjoying them and like was actually interested in reading those, and then towards the end I felt like I was just forcing myself to read them, and so I stopped. But I think a lot of the books that I've read of hers were like good, and like I can see where, like how far mystery genre has come since then, and it's because of those books. But because they were written so long ago, there's also that aspect that's like not timeless about them. So like, yeah, there's only like one or two books out of those 6-ish, I think, books that I read of hers that I actually really enjoyed. So yeah, I'm not mentioning them on this, but like I'm not gonna give you guys a whole thing about Agatha Christie. If you want a separate video just talking about the Agatha Christie books, I can make that, let me know. But yeah, so if I were to ever recommend Agatha Christie books, I would only recommend The Murder of Roger Ackroyd and then The One Nun. So those are the two that I clearly remember actually enjoying. The others, not so much. But again, and then The One Nun, don't go in with expectations, because my expectations were really high and it didn't reach that. But it was still, like, if I don't think about my expectations, it was good. So yeah. Anyways. So cozy mysteries. This is like one series of one book series basically. I don't read a lot of cozy mysteries. I don't know of many also. Like, if you have any recommendations for cozy mysteries, let me know. But I am someone like I was saying initially, like Silent Patient literally like made me scared to sleep for weeks, but also like had that oh my god moment. And I feel like mostly when I read mystery thriller, mystery books, I need that to enjoy them. So like cozy mysteries are good and fun, but I enjoy more the ones that scare me. So yeah. Anyways, the only cozy mystery books I have are The Maid and The Mystery Guest by Anita Prose. Loved both of them, very fun. I think the main thing for me in these is not even the mystery, it's the character. It's, what's her name, Molly? Yeah, Molly, and her voice and her characterization is just so unique and so fun to read because it's so different from most characters that I really enjoyed that aspect of this. And then I think the mystery in both the books had some predictable moments, some like not, but I think overall I didn't read it for guessing things, but more just like it was fun being in Molly's mind, and like seeing things from her perspective, but also like getting like the whole found family aspect in it, and then the her relationship with her grandmom that we see, even though like her grandmom's not in any of it like present because she's dead. But like this is not a spoiler, like this is I think mentioned from like the first page or whatever. But yeah, like it's just interesting to read her world and like how she views the world and stuff. So yeah, the mystery is good but like not memorable, so I don't know if I would recommend it for that. But I would recommend it for the character and the characters and like the way Molly views the world and stuff. So it's fun to read. So if you're looking for cozy mysteries, highly recommend. And I think a Christmas novella set in this hotel, Regency Hotel, I think, just came out. So yeah, Regency Grand Hotel just came out. So I haven't read that, but I want to, so hopefully soon. But yeah, highly recommend. And if you're looking for a Christmas mystery, then there is that novella. So okay, next we have 4 books that are family related mystery thrillers. Like they all are like about family, I guess. So the first one is Rock Paper Scissors by Alice Feeney. This one I say family because it's about this couple, and they take a trip to the Scottish Highlands. Yeah, they're spending the weekend in the Scottish Highlands, and the remote location is perfect for what they have planned. Their marriage is kind of falling apart, and like they are trying to fix it by going on this trip and all that stuff. But then things start to go wrong, obviously, because it's a mystery thriller. And yeah, this book, this one is like one of the extremes. Like when I think about like shocking books that like made me lose my mind, made me lose sleep, made me not think about anything else for weeks, this book did that. Like it's literally insane. Like there's a video of me reading this at a cafe, and I didn't even know my friend was recording me, but like I'm literally like my mouth is just open the entire time because I'm like shocked. So yeah, it is insane. The plot twist is insane. I did not guess it at all, and it's so freaking good. I need to read more by Alice Feeney, that is for sure. Yeah, this book was absolutely insane, so highly recommend it. Yeah, it is absolutely insane. If you take any book recommendation in this from this video, let it be this. If you are okay with, like, if you're wanting that, you know, shocked, scary, you know, vibe, like doesn't let you sleep kind of vibe. So yeah, I think there is a reading vlog that I shot that kind of had this book in it. I'm not completely sure. If I do have it, I will link it above, so you can check that, click that card if you want to see my reactions more about this book. But I'm pretty sure there is one, so I'll link it. But yeah, please go read this book. Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Okay, next in the family adult mystery thrillers is How to Kill Your Family by Bella Mackey. This book was also so fun. I think this is being made into a movie or a show, I can't remember. So this was really fun. I literally still remember some of the vivid details about how she kills some of the members and stuff. So yeah. They say you can't choose your family, but you can kill them. Meet Grace Bernard, daughter, sister, serial killer. Grace has lost everything, and she will stop at nothing to get revenge. Yeah, it's very fun. It's very good. I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah. Also, the other day at the bookstore, I saw that she has another book out. I can't remember the name, but there's another book out by this author which I really want to read soon. So yeah, I mean, can't recommend that since I haven't read it yet, but you know, if you read this and enjoyed it, there is another book out, so in case you want to check it out. Okay, next we have Murder in the Family by Cara Hunter. This book is really fun because the entire book is written in screenwriting format, like as a script, if that makes sense. This one is a podcast or a show. Yeah, a true crime show. Anyways, yeah, true crime show. It's about this so there's this family. There's the mom, the stepdad, I think, or just her boyfriend, and then two kids, I think, one girl and then her younger brother. Yeah, so one girl and her younger brother. So that's like they're living together, and then the guy, the boyfriend or the stepfather, I can't remember if they were married or not in this. Yeah, stepfather. So he is found dead, basically, in 2003. And so, but like nobody ever found out how he died, whether it was murder, whether, you know, it was an accident or whatever. But yeah, so the father died, and so the mom and his three, okay, there's three kids, three stepchildren are like left behind, and like it's a cold case, they never solve it, anything. And now through this true crime show, they brought in like experts and like various other people and stuff, and it's being I think shot or directed by the youngest stepchild, which is a son. And so yeah, so they're like coming up with like what happened and like figuring things out, and then the reveal at the end is absolutely insane. Like, actually was very shocked. Like, there were some things I did guess, like a lot of things I guessed, but just the way it ends is very shocking, kind of. Like, even like the way it ends with the plot twist and like finding out who did it, but also like the last page, like this is one of those, like, yeah, it has so many layers, so many things that are revealed that like it's crazy is what it is. Like, it's so good. Highly recommend. Like, I haven't seen many people talk about this one, but it's really good. It says, one body, 6 experts, can you solve the case before they do? Yeah, the ending is insane, like the details and like yeah, but it's really fun also because, like, you know, script format, and then there's like newspaper clippings and things like that, and like, you know, calls and things like that. Like, I love a book which has an unconventional writing style or like writing format, and this delivers very well. So Murder in the Family by Kara Hunter. Okay, last in the family mystery thriller adult book, Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. Again, Alice Feeney, just, I need to read more of her books because I love her books. I did not guess this. I did not guess the plot twist, but it was crazy. It was crazy. I read this. I thoroughly enjoyed it, is what I remember. And I still remember the plot twist and, you know, the end chapters I remember very, very well. Yeah, basically, it's about Daisy Darker. Her and her family haven't been in the same room in 10 years, and like things are not great, clearly. And so her grandmom, who has her 80th birthday coming up, she invites everyone to her house, which is like in a remote location in an island or something, where like you have to take a boat, I think, to get there. And so once they get there, they're stranded there for 8 hours. And so things start coming up, reveals are happening, secrets are being brought out, you know, to find out why things are the way they are in their family and why they haven't been in touch with each other for the last 10 years, basically. And the whole like ending kind of, and like the mastery of it, I don't know, it's just very interesting. Also interesting is just Daisy's character and like her way of viewing the world, like not as distinct and clear as like, you know, and like unique as Molly from The Maid, but still very, very interesting. And yeah, just very, very good, very good. Highly recommend. I feel like I shouldn't say a lot just so you don't get any clues, but yeah, darkness runs in the family. So Daisy Darker, highly recommend. Okay, so that was all the books in the family adult mystery thriller genre. Okay, lastly, we have a miscellaneous pile, kinda. I didn't know how to frame these, so yeah. Anyways, The Silent Patient. I started this video with this, but I didn't really talk about it, so let me just talk about it real quick. This book is absolutely insane. Still one of the best shocking plot twists that I've read. Like, this is literally from a time when I didn't even annotate books. So very interesting. Yeah, I was a newbie in mystery, so I don't know if I read this now, like if I read this now without having ever read it, if I would have guessed it or not. But back then, I did not guess anything. Like, the ending, the plot twist was insane and just so freaking good. Like, there's a reason why this was so popular back then, like when it came out. Like, so freaking good. Like, I don't even, yeah. But basically, it's about this girl, this woman, who is in this mental hospital, who's in the psych ward, I think. I feel like I should read this again just because I don't remember the exact circumstances of like what happened exactly, but I do remember the final scenes. Like, yeah, the final couple chapters, literally my heart was in my throat and I was shocked and scared about what was gonna happen. Like, the tension was high, the dread, the tension, the anxiety was high in this, and it's so good. Two main characters, Alicia and Theo. And Alicia is the patient. She does not speak and, you know, hasn't said a single word since she committed a crime, which was she stabbed her husband 5 times and, you know, then never spoke again. And then Theo is her psychotherapist, forensic psychotherapist, and he is, trying to get her to talk, get her to, basically trying to treat her and, figure out why she did what she did and all of that and stuff. But when things happen, when things come up and like you realize what happened and like what's going on, it's insane. It is insane. Literally don't want to say anything more because I feel like you should just go in blind, because it's gonna shock you to the core, kind of. Like, yeah, just go read this book. So good. Yeah. Okay, next we have The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This is set in a wedding, and it's like one weekend, and like it's a wedding on an island in like a remote location. A lot of these murder mystery, or like this murder thriller, mystery thriller books are set in remote locations for a reason. But yeah, this island, and there's a wedding happening there, and things happen. Yeah, a remote island, an invitation to die for. So yeah, it's a whodunit kind of book. Not kind of, it is a whodunit book. And somebody dies, and then like you get to the island, all the guests are in the island for the weekend, for the wedding, and then somebody dies and you're trying to figure out who did it, and like all that stuff. Yeah, each has a secret, each has a motive. Off the windswept Irish coast, guests gather for the wedding of the year. The setting is spectacular, the atmosphere alive. But as the guests toast the golden couple, Jules and Will, dark secrets begin to spill. Wow, this is kind of like poetry. Jules and Will, dark secrets begin to spill. And the wedding cake has barely been cut when someone is found dead. As the storm unleashes its fury on the island, everyone is trapped, and the killer circulates amongst the guests. It starts with a party, it'll end in murder. Ooh. Yeah, The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This one was really good. It was predictable at times, and I did guess the final, culprit, but like the circumstances and like the why they did it, or all that stuff, yeah, I didn't guess those. So very interesting to read. Yeah, highly recommend. Okay, next two books are again books that made me like had my mouth open the entire time. Like I was shocked. I was like also kind of like so scared that I didn't want to read them at home and like disturb the energy in my room basically. So I always read them at cafes, but then when I'm at cafes and then the entire time my face is like, and like just like, yeah. So I couldn't read them at home because that's how scared I was, and I didn't want to bring that energy into my room because then I knew I would not sleep again. And like it did happen that I didn't sleep much because of these books, but it was worth it because like it was so good and so shocking and just so well done. Okay, first book, How to Kill Men and Get Away with It by Katie Brent. This was insane. This was absolutely insane. Like the starting was a little slow for me, and like the voice of the character really irked me just because she was like, she's an influencer and like she talks in a way that was really grating and like very like, I don't know, like every time she would mention other people, her friends and stuff, there would be like like beside it would be like, I don't know if you can see it, but where is it? Yeah, like she would mention her friend Tor, and then she would say 850k followers. Like she would always put her friend's worth next to how many followers they have and how big they are in the influencer world and stuff like that. But So yeah, so basically her voice was really grating, and like I didn't want to read it, and it was annoying, but it's just, it gets so much better, and like it makes sense. And like obviously she's an influencer, so like her voice is perfect for her and like her character, but it's just annoying to read. So it wasn't, you know, a fault technically, but yeah, just the voice is very good, like done very well, but it was just grating. But this book, the second half of this book was actually insane. Like things picked up so much, but also like towards the end, like the way things progressed is wild. Like I don't even want to say anything, but like it's just so interesting. But yeah, basically this influencer, like I think she's walking home one night, and like, yep, yeah, so she's walking home one night after meeting her friends at the nightclub, and this guy is following her and he won't leave her alone, and then she accidentally ends up killing him. But like she covers it up and stuff, and it never comes back to her. Like she basically gets away with it, and then she's like, you know, I don't really feel bad. He was like trying to do something to me, and like, you know, I did something to him before he could do something to me, kind of. And like she doesn't feel bad about ridding the world of one bad man, I guess. And then so she basically gets a taste for killing, and then just starts killing bad men, men who assault women, men who like scare other women, and like, you know, all that kind of stuff basically. And so then she just starts killing, and it's very graphic, kind of. She like really explains how she kills them and like what she does. But it's very interesting to read, and the ending is just, the way things happen is just very interesting. And there is this is funny, there is a romance in it, kinda. And like, yeah, even though it is about killing men and like, you know, all that stuff, there is a sort of romance in it, and it is very nice to read. But yeah, the mystery in it is very good, but also the thrilling aspect of her killing all these guys is very good. But yeah, the mystery aspect is comes in it because so she's killing these people and stuff, but someone is stalking her, and that someone knows that she's killing people, and like basically is just, you know, playing mind games and like threatening her and like all that stuff. So the mystery of who that is, and like why they're doing that, and what they want from her and stuff, that's there. Yeah. Anyways, very, very good book. Highly recommend. How to Kill Men and Get Away with It by Katie Bear. There are a couple more books, I think, out by this author. I have one which is called The Murder After the Night Before, which is on my TBR, and I really need to read it. But yeah, since I love this one a lot, I'm excited to read the others. Yeah. Okay, last book in the miscellaneous pile, but also last book in this video, but also another last book that is like literally made me lose my mind, and I could not sleep after this book, and I was genuinely scared. Yeah. None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This was my first Lisa Jewell book. Definitely won't be my last, but I need to space them out because this genuinely scared me so much. And I feel like most of her books are probably gonna do that because I've heard so much about them. But yeah, Her Lies Could Kill You. This is about two women who have the same birthday, and like basically were born on the same day, same year, whatever. They're both 40 something. I can't remember the exact age, but so they end up like the book starts with them being in the same restaurant celebrating their birthday, you know, on the same day and stuff. And one of them is there with her husband, and you know, they're having a dinner for her birthday. The other is like with this big group and like her husband and like group of friends and everything, and like she's famous, she's a podcaster and like, you know, all that stuff. And so the other woman who's there with her husband, she really wants to like befriend her. So they end up running into each other at the bathroom. The girl who's there with the woman who's there with her husband, she ends up following the podcaster to the bathroom and, you know, talking to her and stuff, and talking about, oh, we have the same birthday and like we should make a podcast about that. I want to tell you my life story, all that stuff. And so they end up making a podcast together about the other woman's life, and then things come up, secrets are revealed, things happen, and you know, but like it's also like a lot of it is like from her perspective, like the woman's perspective, so we don't know whether she's lying, whether it's true, and like what is true, what is not. Even by the end of the book, you're kind of like, what is real, what is fake, I'm not sure. Like, yeah, this was a book club book, and we literally all were so divided on like which parts we think was true and which parts we thought were not true, or like that somebody else did it and stuff. And it's just so insane, literally makes you lose your mind kind of, because like, I mean, things progress, things happen in real time too, but like also when she's like revealing her life story and like talking about the past and stuff, like the way things are revealed and like the things she shares is just wild, like absolutely crazy. So yeah, crazy book. I could not read this at home. Like I tried and I literally could not make myself do it, so I had to read this in cafes so that I wouldn't, you know, I would try not to think about it at home, like would not bring this in. So yeah, None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. Crazy book. Highly recommend it. Yeah, these are the miscellaneous books, kind of. Yeah. Okay, that was all the books that I own that are mystery thriller books that I would recommend that you guys check out. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that was 18 books in the mystery thriller genres, and yeah, I didn't realize I had read so many. And like, this is not even all of it, because there's like a lot I read as ebooks. As few I read as ebooks, and then the Agatha Christie books as well and stuff. So pretty good. I want to increase that number for sure and read more. I think this month, since I haven't read any, I might go check out Frida McFadden's series, The Housemaid, or some of her other books, or maybe read some of the books from these authors that I haven't read yet that I mentioned, like Alice Feeney's other books, the new book by Bella Mackie, or Ashley Winstead's other books. I want to read Farida, the one who wrote Ace of Spades. I don't want to mispronounce her name, but her other book, Where Sleeping Girls Lie, I think. Maureen Johnson's Death at the Morning House, which I've heard is really good. Also, Katie Brent's book. I literally have it, so I should get to it. I do want to see more of Cara Hunter's works. I don't know. I'm pretty sure she has more books out, so I want to check those out because I loved Murder in the Family so much. Yeah. And Lisa Jewell, but that is gonna be a slow roll because that book genuinely scared me. So yeah, many more mystery thriller books that I want to read, want to check out. But this was my list of books that I've read, and also just a guide to how I started my reading journey for mystery thriller books, in case somebody is looking to start it as well or get into it as well. Yeah, anyways, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what mystery thriller books you guys are reading, or if you are looking to get into it, drop your recommendations before. If there are any books that I haven't mentioned that you think I would like, since this is my kind of my taste in mystery thriller genre, if you have any book recommendations at all for this, or if you just, you know, enjoyed any of these books and want to talk about them, drop them in the comments below so I know. And yeah, and also if there are any other genres that you want me to talk about more, or like show you guys my taste in that genre and like what I'd like to read in a specific genre, let me know, because I kind of read pretty much everything except horror. I haven't read a lot of horror. Like some of these are classified as horror, like Bunny is classified as horror, I think, but I haven't read a lot of horror books and I really want to. So yeah, I think that is one that I want to explore soon. But other than that, I've pretty much read books in every genre. So if you want me to share recommendations for any other genre, let me know and I will make that video. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys next time, Monday, 5 p.m. IST, like always. Yeah, hope you guys have an amazing week. I will see you guys next time. Bye.